Hey everybody, today we're going to be performing density calculations with 6 different liquids. We know that the formula for density is mass divided by volume, so we will be determining the separate factors in this experiment. Here we have 100 milliliters of syrup, and we'll be finding the mass of this liquid on this balance. There's the mass. Alright, with the mass of 103.81 grams, we will divide this by the predetermined 100 milliliters of syrup. It will give us a total of 1.0381 grams per milliliters cubed. Now on to the next liquid. Here we have milk, the second liquid in our experiment. Again, we have 100 milliliters that we'll be finding the mass of. Here's the mass. Now that we have the mass of 91.18 grams, we will divide this again by the 100 milliliters. Give us a result of 0.9118 grams per milliliters cubed. Now onto the third liquid. This liquid we will be measuring is canola oil. Again, 100 milliliters. The mass of 82.48 grams. We will again divide it by the 100 milliliters, which will give us our final result in density of 82.8248 grams per milliliters. Now for the fourth liquid, Dawn dish soap. And we found the mass to be 3 grams. And we're going to divide that by our 100 predetermined milliliters. So we should get 0.8563 grams per milliliter. Fifth liquid. Water. We've colored the water for representation purposes. The 83.45 grams. And we're going to divide that by our 100 predetermined milliliters. So we should get 0.8345 grams per milliliters. This is rubbing alcohol. We've dyed it green for representation purposes.
Oh yeah, quiet.
Over
You make that
our
solvent.
100 milliliters. So we get 0.7662 grams per milliliter. Now that we've found the densities of all of our liquids, we can put them in order to create a 6-layer density tower. Now that we've calculated the densities of the liquids, we can build a 6-layer density tower. If a liquid is less dense than another, it will float on top of it. We found syrup to be the most dense, so we're going to use it as our first layer. We found milk to have the second largest density, so it will act as a second layer and float on top of the syrup. We found soap to be the third densest, so it will float on top of the syrup and the milk. Water has the 4th largest density and will float on top of all the other liquids. Oil will be the 4th most dense, so it'll stay on top of all of the liquids. Lastly, the rubbing alcohol was the least dense and will act as a 6th and final layer. Now that you know how to perform density calculations, chemical happiness will prevail. Remember, kids, don't be dense, it's just density!